Hello, this video is going to teach you how to change the screen for a Toshiba Satellite C855D-S5196. Before you start, you need to make sure that you have turned the power off and you have also taken the battery out. You will need to have a Phillips screwdriver, a smaller size, and you will also need to have something flat like a flat screwdriver to help with this. For the process, I've already done some of the steps to help make this go a little bit faster, but here's how you're going to change the screen. The first thing you're going to do is in all four corners over the screws, there should be the small black stickers, and you just need to pry the small black stickers off. Once you've taken those off, your next step is going to be to remove all four screws in the corner of the screen. It's very handy if you have a cup or something near you to put the screws and such in so that they don't get lost and that you can easily find them when you go to put the screen back in. After you have removed the four screws, you are going to use the flat screwdriver to pry the cover off. There are approximately 4 spots along the sides and approximately 8 along the top. You do need to be careful that you do not damage anything up near the webcam. You're going to stick the flat surface in between and pop. If you twist, it should start popping off. And again, for time's sake, I have already done the majority of the left-hand side and the top. Again, you just stick the flat surface in and kind of twist, and it should pop that off. Do be careful, otherwise you'll break the plastic pieces to hold it on. Next thing you're going to do is you are going to pry the 2 hinges up with the flat base as well. Again, take care not to break them. And once they have popped off, you should be able to take the outer screen mount off. From this point, you need to remove the 2 screws that are down here near the bottom. For time's sake, I've already taken one of them out. They are very small and they are difficult to get to, so just be patient and careful with them. If they fall inside the cover, we'll be able to get that out in just a moment. From here, you need to carefully close the lid, and then you can lift up on the back part slowly. You will see a 40 connector pin here in the back, and in order to remove that, you're going to lift the tape up around it, and you're going to then very carefully pull that out, and then you can leave it set back here. Your final step is along the sides here. There are 6 screws, 3 on each side, and you need to take those out. Again, they are super small, so do be careful with them and make sure you have a safe place to put them. Once you have those 6 screws out, you should be able to pick up the broken screen, and this is what you will have. It's completely detached. You can then take out your replacement screen And there are a few things to be aware of. Notice down here at the bottom that it says please do not touch, so you will want to make sure that you are careful of not touching that. And if you would like, you can also compare your numbers to make sure that it is in fact the correct screen on here and that you have the right model number. And then from here you reverse the steps that we originally took. You also want to, of course, make sure you take off the protection screen. If you have an extra set of hands to help you, that would be a positive. Make sure that you are also in a well-lit area so that you have plenty of light to work with. So what we're doing now is replacing the 6 small screws on the sides to hold it into the metal brace. Once you have the 6 screws in, your next step is going to be to insert the 40-pin connector to the screen. So you will just slide this in. You push up. And once you have it slid in, you can put the tape back down. And the trouble that I'm having is the underside of the pin is sticky and it's wanting to stick to the bottom before I have it actually plugged in. So once you get it plugged in, just push it back down to re-adhere it. Close the back cover and then grab the new screen with it as you pick it up. And you are now going to replace the 2 screws here at the bottom. I find these the most difficult to work with because of the angle that they are at. This is again why it's very handy to have a second person helping if at all possible. You also see that looking at this here, there are 2 screw holes, and you need to make sure that you're screwing it in to the inside one. That's where it goes. From here, you need to go ahead and pop the black plastic piece back on. I would start with the hinges, which is what we did last when we took it off. And then you can just push along the tops and the sides, as well as the bottom, to put that back in place. Remember that this obviously is the new screen, so the harder you press, the more likely to damage the new screen. So do make sure that you're doing so with ease, so not to break the new one. Then from here, all you're going to do is to replace the 4 front screws. And you can push the little black sticker pieces back on if you wish. And that is how you change a screen for a Satellite C855D-S5196.